All right, here we go. Excuse me. So, I got this connection fixed, finally. It's still kind of trying to be messy and dip a little bit, but definitely every time it does that, it goes back to 20. So, man, I had a long day trying to get this all working, but it seems like it has settled. I got the Sony A7IV. I got no reverb on my voice. What's going on here? Oh, there we go. That's better. Make sure you got that 4K set. Want to hop in here and say what's up to everybody. What's up, Red Rum? How you doing, bro? Ryan, Megan, Miguel, Patrick, Gin, Jin. Who else? Vinny, what's happening? NGC, welcome. Debbie Carson, what's happening? And Asa Rock, please change music to ambient. It's needed for sleep. Maybe, but maybe I'll jam. I'm not sure. I'm feeling kind of pumped up after getting this connection sorted. So yeah, I installed a new modem, and it's really awesome because I got to shout out Spectrum for just showing up the same day. And yeah, got me a new modem, new router, and a gigabit ether connection. And man, it looks pretty damn good, I gotta say. So last night was really stressful, trying to stream and seeing it crash every 2 seconds. But yeah, this is the dropping everything over here. No, I don't want to quit OBS. Alright, that's still working. Alright, so let me play some songs here, and I want to do some zoomed in shots with this new camera. What's happening, Jay? And Noob Fixer, what's happening? Pump up the volume. Cool, yeah, let's do some zoomed in shots with this new Sony. I've been waiting to do it for a while. Let me know if you have any requests song-wise, but gonna just pick some randomness to start. I can barely speak tonight. All right, thanks for showing up, Space Fam. I appreciate it. Let's ride.
It's only a test. reverse and reverse. I've driven a long, long way. You took my love, you took my love, you took my love away. I've driven a long, long way. You took my love, you took my love, you took my love away. I'm driven a long, long way. You took my love, you took my love, you took my love away.
It's only a test. Oh, I had this open the whole time? Of course I did. So yeah, the camera is kind of amazing, right? You kind of see this detail. So we're on the 11 tonight, which is pretty insane as it is, but we're looking at Tycho crater zoomed in on this A7IV, and I'm just noticing a lot more detail, a lot more richness. Let me know if you can see it. There's a lot of aberrations still, but this is like a nice clear night, pretty much. So let's stay here. I think this is like one of the nicest shots of Tycho, honestly. It's crazy. It is absolutely nuts. So let's sit here for a second. Clearly Gruyere electroplasmatic cheese, clearly. Oh, nice updated version. Yeah, I know. I think I have the Chrome Fantastic one updated here on my personal computer, but not the one that I uploaded originally to Bandcamp, right? Possibly. But yeah, let's keep scooting around. We'll follow these parallel rays off of Tycho and kind of see what else is going on. I'm really curious, like when we get some perfect weather. Gosh, look at this. Borealis. Again, this phenomenal feature that kind of looks like a smudge mark coming off of Tycho crater. I've mentioned it so many times in the past, but still, really, like what happened here? It's so cool. It's like, did something move across the surface like that? Was this lava flow? You know, apparently, not apparently, but in common discussion about the moon, I feel like I've heard this being referenced as lava flow, but it just seems really different and also much more massive than I can imagine a lava flow being, and also having the two parallel rays. So it's interesting to me. You know, I always feel like these types of features are possibly explained with electrical arcing, moving across the surface from one hot spot and then kind of carving its way in a Lichtenberg pattern across the surface, and that could create these types of features, in my mind, a lot more easily than purely impact related or volcanism. But again, there's room for every possible theory here, so I don't know for sure. Let's see, Tycho Psycho. Looks like a bullet hole in glass. Yeah, it definitely does. I love that, the shattered marks around the craters. So here we're at Copernicus crater, and it's a little bit more blurry, partially because it's kind of right in the middle of our view of the moon, and plus the aberration, but you can make out the corners. Definitely looks diamond-shaped, hexagonal. Amazing Lichtenberg electrical scars, whether or not they were created by impact. Ultimately, let's say these were all created by impact. You still have the hexagonal form, and you still have the Lichtenberg electrical patterning around the center of this node, right? So the intrinsic fundamental geometry of the universe is inherent regardless of whether this is electrical arcing or meteoric impact. For me, both are viable, but I think that, yeah, in nature we see these patterns, and the reason we see these patterns and they look like atoms and they look like auras and they look like gems is because the recursive shape of this toroidal field and the pinched plasma tubes create these shapes throughout all of life, from the smallest to the largest. All right. Enlightened Dawn, what's happening? So wonderful to see you. Thank you. It's crazy windy and cloudy here. I'm glad you're here with us, seeing some clear shots tonight. Ellie Wynn, long time, amazing, great to see you. So glad you joined. Ellie. And sending lots of love out to Mary, who was having some family stuff yesterday. Heart goes out to her. Hope she joins us tonight. And all our old TBS crew. Noob says it's woo-woo, but I love you. Well, for me, it's just like, yeah, we have contemporary science, and then there are all these new things that we could discover. So I feel like I don't think there's any harm in understanding or accepting contemporary science as it is, as it exists, and then augmenting it and discussing possible alternatives or reinterpretations. I think this happens a lot with any number of things. Like, let me actually zoom out while I'm talking about this. What we got here, some loadage. Yeah, so like when you pass down recipes, or if you pass down code from repositories, or you pass down software, there's always this kind of consensus software as it exists, and it's useful. So it doesn't deny its usefulness, but then there's always room to improve and create efficiencies. And sometimes you have these really pivotal moments where people reinterpret or reimagine the entire technological vertical in and of itself from top to bottom. The same way like Amazon came along and dematerialized bookstores, or the iPod, Apple basically dematerialized record shops, and like cryptocurrency is dematerializing the financial system. So I feel like sticking to these old ideals of, contemporary science has all the answers. There's no point in looking into anything. I just don't subscribe to that kind of thinking. So it could be woo-woo, but it's at least fun, and we're doing it with delicateness and looking at the actual science of it, and also looking at observational evidence. So I don't want to take away from the fact that the moon looks absolutely staggering right now. I don't even have the saturation pumped up. This is all the colors coming from the new camera and how much light's coming in, so it's really, really nice. Gosh. Noob says, it's okay, believe what you wish, I just see splatter from impact, no fancy science. Yeah, I guess I'll ask you like the impact from what we're looking at right now. On the right-hand side, that's Tycho. On the left-hand side, that's Copernicus. Like, all those look like ejecta, for sure. But Tycho, if you look at it on the right, you'll see very distinct top, bottom left. So noon, 7 o'clock, and 4 o'clock position, like extensions or rays coming out of it. Yeah, you see other ones too, but you see very distinct geometry, is what I'm saying. And then the other thing is that apparently the mare, like Sea of Serenity, Sea of Tranquility, etc., all of these were also created by impact. But the size of these are, like, to me, seem insane, right? Like, how much was it either impacted by thousands of meteors to create this kind of basin, or was it one impact? And on and on. There are a lot of questions like that. And if you look at the science, excuse me. So if you look at the science behind it, you look at like the JPL laboratory rendering, rendering of the formation of the moon. And then you look at the real moon, there's something really different about assessing, a 3D rendering that you've kind of made fit a theory versus looking at the moon and, overlaying hexagons and lines and doing all that kind of math. And not to say that what I'm doing is the right thing, but to me that seems way more on hand on-hands training or on-hands experimentation than rendering what you want to see in the history of the moon. Anyway, have I ranted? More Jello, what's happening? Just passing through, looking good. You can almost taste it. What's up, Dave? What's going on, Dave Sterniolo? What's happening? Tycho is the belly button. Earth is the mother of the moon. I love that. All right, let's play some tunage here. Let me know what you think. Are these questions valid? To me, they're very simple and interesting questions to ask. I don't think it has to be chalked up to be like it's either completely idiotic or it's what contemporary science says it is. Like there has to be some sort of middle ground.
Down my chimney, I don't understand your clothes. Enemies like Easter bunnies, I don't wanna play the pool. 44v44, don't sleep the streets anymore. An automatic Easter depression, cash machines can go to hell. I don't need your Easter bunnies telling me what news to sell. 44v44, don't count your sheep no more. 'Cause I go deep down in the
me. I feel like I'm pretty congested today, but all good. So I zoomed in here a little bit to Aristarchus crater, Aristarchus plateau, Herodotus, and Schroeder's Valley, among other features on this amazing region. This is in the Mare Imbrium Oceanus Procellarum basin, so this is one of my favorite features and one of the first that actually blew my mind when I zoomed in on the moon for the first time. So importantly, why I like it is because, or what fascinated me by it is this diamond shape, or like a trapezoid or parallelogram or whatever you want to call it, a diamond or square shaped of the plateau of Aristarchus. And then you have Aristarchus crater, which is this very bright white crater. We've seen inside it before. It has these very interesting hexagonal, octagonal walls. But it's also very bright, which is that whole transient lunar phenomenon of either excited gases over the surface or electrical discharge from differentials on the surface charge of the moon. It could be something else, right? But I mean, I don't think it's buildings or cities or an electrical plant. I mean, in the beginning, I might have thought a little bit that it could be possible, but I feel more so that this is due to natural causes or natural effects. But either way, there is this idea that meteors struck the moon and created all these features. And then you have volcanism and, you know, volcanoes erupting and lava to blame for all the other striations. That's what the contemporary science says. So for me, I don't know if that's really enough. When you look at this up close for reals, to me it seems like there's a lot more to discover. That's really the premise of this channel, besides of course the music and the views. So the little I don't know, I want to say Murphy's Law of it, you can see at the top of the screen that little kind of dust bunny on the lens. That's like in the new camera. Of course, I got this fantastic new camera, spent a ton of money on it, and it comes with a blotch on the lens. So I got to clean that, but that's what that is if you're noticing it, that kind of blurry like hairline up at the top. Still, doesn't really take away from the fact that this camera is actually pretty sick when it comes to zooming in like I imagined. It's getting a lot more detail per pixel. So we're getting tons more clarity on the smaller features. And the A7IV, not to knock it, was, look at this, like this is, oh my gosh, it's crazy. I'm gonna say, is that Schiller? I'm forgetting. I don't have my atlas with me, but it's still incredible looking. I can definitely tell the difference. So the diamond shapes, the blue diamond Phillips shape, is due to the fact that there is this inherent geometrical torus hourglass shape that pervades, you know, the atomic structure of and the quantum structure of everything from the smallest to the largest, and that actually evokes or brings hexagons, what we see as hexagons, into existence via this geometry. So there's an actual reason for that, for these shapes. And for me, whether or not, again, this is electrical arcing or purely impact theory, that these shapes still persist throughout. These kind of side-by-side hexagons, pentagons, symmetry, toruses, donuts, torus donuts, hypertrochoids or hourglass shapes, and sharp defined corners. And then you also have these central peaks. You have craters on the rims of larger craters, and you have craters on the rims of mare. So there's a lot of great questions, a lot of pathways into discussing lunar geology that really nobody's doing. I mean, I updated myself on some of the videos about the moon that have come out recently. So there used to be really no videos. And over the last couple of years, I will say that there are a lot more kind of dissertations or a teacher or one of the older generation lunar astronomers giving a lecture on lunar geology. And some of them diverge into, you know, potential other theories on the surface of the moon, but really all of them stick to the same narrative that there was the late heavy bombardment. This created all the features on the moon as we see it. The moon cooled, and now it is what we see today, and it's being impacted constantly by micrometeorites. To me, that is not enough when you're looking at the moon to completely answer every single feature. And not only that, to say that the first guess on the origin of the moon, or one of 3 random guesses, is the right one, and here's an animation showing it, also doesn't seem like science to me. You might disagree with me on that, but I feel like if I saw a lecture by a lunar astronomer from one of the agencies with actual moon footage, like live actual moon footage, or just recorded moon footage, live, like looking in, zooming in, doing this, what we're doing right now, I would really change my tune about this. I just never see stuff like this. Agencies don't present live footage. They show a lot of diagrams, a lot of renderings, which is fine, but it's just not looking at the real thing. What's up, Rockstar? How's it going? All right. So I could talk about a lot. Yesterday I mentioned just to refer to them because I feel like they're doing great work and they don't get enough attention, but Eileen McCusick has been updating her channel and creating tons of videos about tuning fork and the biofield. She's just incredible. You also have Rupert Sheldrake, who really hasn't gotten his due for doing all the work on the morphic field of morphic resonance and telepathy and on and on and on. So he's still around. He's one of the greatest minds, I think, of our generation. He gets almost no attention. And Thunderbolts Project recently has done some cool videos. I really like the one with Gareth from See the Pattern, and I saw Mel Atchison's one, also great. So I know they're not outputting as much as maybe people would like, but they really have enough videos on the Thunderbolts Project channel to set people in the right direction in terms of the electric universe. So those are a couple of referrals. Definitely go give some love to Eileen. And it also makes me think that there aren't that many people really studying this type of concept of potentially the human conscious bubble or field geometry or field theory being a representation, a physical representation of memory and consciousness that exists outside the human body, that planets, animals, all things have existence and consciousness based on this geometry and field theory. I think that's a huge upending of contemporary science that would be really fun to embark upon. All right, what do we have here? What do we have? Get your dancing shoes on.
Do you know I've been beaten from the heart. I know, no lie. I've been thinking about you all night. Why? No, I've been waiting for your white light. No, I've been thinking that you should be mine. So call me up, and let's get down. So call me up, and let's get down. Oh, you send me messages across the cosmic network, and you send me pictures from across astral plane. And you send the cryptic kisses across the mansion networks. So call me up, and let's get down, 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 down. So call me up, and let's get down, 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 down. Fortune somebody, someone else, someone else, somebody, someone else, someone else. Je t'attends, mon amour insaturel, ainsi l'amour que la même semaine. Achetant le plaisir même, avec l'ordre sans oublier. Je suis la même, ton avant l'année chaque jour. Je t'attends, mon amour, avec les mecs sans agrévé. Et c'est mon âme magnétique, c'est l'amour magnétique, c'est mon amour magnifique. Cool running, no Float, the moon is calling. A souvenir, as soon as rescued, I hope remain. Not fixing the phone, mixing your liquids, now you're left for dead. Just pay your debts. Float, the moon is calling. A souvenir, as soon as rescued, I hope remain. Not fixing the phone, mixing your liquids, now you're left for dead. Just pay your debts. Float, the moon is calling. A souvenir, as soon as rescued, I hope remain. Not fixing the phone, mixing your liquids, now you're left for dead. Just pay your debts. Float, formidable opponent, angry crackpot, formidable opponent, dangerous lecture, formidable opponent. You can walk out, formidable opponent, you have the choice. Formidable opponent, angry crackpot, formidable opponent, dangerous lecture.
That's right. There we go. Oh, there we go. Adjustment here. It's been a while since I played, oh yeah. Gosh, this shot of the moon is kind of crazy. And that little dust donut is bugging the hell out of me. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to clean that. I'm gonna have to fix that someday. Someday I'm gonna have to fix that. Someday. Someday I'm gonna have to clean that mirror. Gonna have to clean that lens. Oh, someday, someday I'm gonna have to do it. Gonna have to think it. Gonna have to do it now. Otherwise I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy. It's gonna sound real weird. serve it for you. No bullshit. No bullshit. Yo, what's up, Jedi Princess? I guess my tracking is a little off tonight, but that's okay. That is perfectly fine. Feels like I've got 2 dust bunnies now. I think it's just trying to trip me out. Let's look at the bottom here. Aristarchus, Oceanus Procularum, Copernicus, Kepler, Tycho. Looking amazing. Gassendi all the way at the bottom. It's the Afterfull connection. It's the time we come together. It's the Afterfull connection. This time we're gonna make it together. This time, oh. If I see the moon go, don't tell me to fix it. You see my love, oh, tell her I miss her. See the moon rise overhead, don't cry, so I'll be by your side, oh baby. Spies, lies, come alive. I've been to hell and back behind. Your dreams come true. You're lucid and your ways come through. I'm living in the beat. We're living in the beat. Living in the beat. Living in the rhythm. Oh, living in the beat. Living for the rhythm. Trying something out. Trying something I haven't done before. Trying something out. Something I've never done before. Like loving you until I break. Something I've never done before. Till I break. Something we never done before. Was there a color shift? I think it might have been due to the fact that the camera's adjusting to the moon being past the windowsill up at the top, so it kind of probably adjusted the white balance. I still need to do some more work on the settings. Let's see, Pat, you asked me a question. Please ask me the question again. I think I'm missing it. Also, my eyes are all squinty. My eyes, oh, so squinty. My heart, so full. But my eyes, so squinty. So squinty, my eyes would be for you. And when we drive together, don't give me the steering wheel, 'cause my eyes get squinty looking at you, and I can't pay no attention to anything but you. 'Cause my eyes get squinty for you. Oh, and you tell me to be weird, and I explain that I've always been here. Like the earth, like the earth, like the earth. Sketch back and center. What guitar am I playing on? This is my new guitar. This is a G and L. So it's a Leo Fender, right? Who kind of went off and, well, he went off and did his own thing. Fender made this kind of custom body, or custom model. See, you barely string together the words, but yes, it's a G and L with twin humbuckers. And I'm not exactly sure what the specs are in it right now because I'm blanking, but it sounds really rad. It's got like a Strat head with a fin cut out of it. Not sharp, but kind of curved underneath. And it's got a really nice like whammy bar. Also don't know what the build is on it, but it's very stable. Try not to overdo it, but it's always fun. I'll do a little riff with the whammy bar. They're really messy. Yeah, I'm not playing it so hot, but this is the new thing that I was working on. Let me see if I exported it. Because now, is it this? No, but this is new. Yeah, I'll let this play for a second. This is something I'm working on. Yeah, it's not a Floyd Rose. But yeah, I don't have that other track exported, but I'm working on it. Oh yeah, a couple more made-up songs, and then I'm going to call it a night here. Feeling glad that the stream held up like it did. Should I play Catch live? Is that what you're asking? I could maybe perhaps do that. Who's drumming? That's Logic drummer. But what I'll do is I'll create the automated drum bit and kind of match it up to the riff. So I kind of lay out some basic drum grooves, and then I'll play the riff, and then I'll go back and change the drum grooves to match the riff. Then I'll convert it to MIDI and move all the pieces around individually until I'm happy with it. Some of it is like fills that a lot of it is basically I just go through and modify every single little measure of it, and ultimately it sounds pretty good. Some of it is kind of repetitive, and some of it is like lacking in dynamics that I really want to hit. But I've actually upgraded some of the drums. I just haven't gotten to mess with it yet. I got the whole Native Instruments suite and tune drums. Is it Tune or something like that? I downloaded a whole library, so that's going to be great to mess with it. All right. Living the dream. What could I do? For a while I played the field. How could I prove the hidden yield without the blues to feel? My heart was cool. Catch me if you fall. much for hearing my tale. I say we will soar and love to see you land. Go on a ride together, but I know, catch me if you fall, catch me if you fall, catch me if you know. Catch me if you know, catch me if you know. All right, encore one more. And let's see what that one is. That was fun. I'm glad I didn't break my voice too much on it. All right, this one's fun. We'll call it a night. Thanks so much, everybody. Really appreciate it. It's the walk-off song. All right, friends, that's it for me. Super fun night. Connection's stable. Hot. Camera's hot. Chat's hot. What can I say? It's the Marahoochie Blues, indeed. All right, y'all. That's gonna be. I'm not gonna play any more tunes. I'm just gonna say goodnight and have a great rest of your night. I'll catch you maybe tomorrow or the day after, depending on the weather. And we'll do this again. I'm definitely going to clean that lens. God damn it. All right, y'all. Please share the video. Leave me a nice comment. Thanks so much for picking up my music and leaving me nice comments that sometimes I don't respond to for months at a time. And definitely check out Rupert Sheldrake, Eileen McCusick, Halton ARP, Thunderbolts Project, and many, many more who inspire us to think more broadly about the world. All right, y'all. I am out. Captain signing off. Peace. Peace, peace, peace.